Full moon day is always a beautiful day. Everyone enjoys the grandeur, the vibration, and some sort of soothing on full moon days when the moon is in full swing. The poets, authors, painters, they all described a lot on full moon day. What is the significance of full moon day with spirituality and meditation? Let us also discuss about the effect of the equinoxes and eclipses as well, the special days. The world is filled with two-thirds of water. I mean, the planet Earth, physically as a matter, is filled with two-thirds of water. One-third is land mass. In the one-third of the land mass that is available, 7.3 billion population is living. And the water is basically in the seas and oceans in a massive scale. It gets evaporated to turn into clouds, which rain in different parts of the world. Places of higher altitudes that turn into glaciers only to melt away, turning into emissaries. Emissaries join to form rivers. Rivers divide into tributaries, and they all open into the mouth of the sea, what is called estuary. This is all ecosystem. And on full moon day, the moon has more effect on the water. That is the reason why the sailors are asked not to venture wider and further into the sea on full moon days because of huge tides. It attracts. The moon is close to the planet Earth. Every body pulls another body. Earth pulls moon, moon pulls earth. Sun pulls earth, earth also pulls sun. Because of massive size of the sun and small sizes of these planets, all the planets revolve around the sun. The larger attracts the smaller always. Similarly, moon, a satellite of earth, revolves around the earth because it is very small compared to the size of earth. But at the same time, earth pulls sun towards itself on a minimal scale. Moon pulls earth towards itself on a minimal scale. So in the effect of moon pulling the earth towards itself, the water element, which is liquid and more accessible, get attracted. That is the reason why tides are more on full moon days. Our body, which is also like a planet Earth, has got two-thirds of water. One-third is solid mass. This two-thirds of the water is distributed in the form of various body fluids. Our gastric juices, intestinal juices, our blood, cerebrospinal fluid, pericardial fluid, pulmonary fluid, which is in pleural space, some fluid in the bone marrows, and the connective tissues of the body, all put together, it comes to two-thirds of the body. This water also is affected by the pull of moon. Do you know that? That is the reason why we call mad fellow as lunatic. What is the similarity between lunar, the moon, and lunatic, the mad fellow? Is there any madness happening around full moon days? Yes. If you ask any crime investigator, he says maximum number of crimes happen on full moon day because of the aberrant and erratic tides of water happening in the body water. There is some sort of mental disturbance in the already disturbed guys. They become more chaotic, they become more turbulent. They, like the sea of full moon day, these already disturbed guys become more, even more disturbed on full moon days. But for a yogi, this vibration, the pull of moon, is properly exploited and streamlined to get more and more centered. Full moon day is a day of celebration for yogi. Of course, for a yogi, every moment is a celebration. That is a different issue. But he is not affected the way a mad fellow gets affected. He doesn't become lunatic. He becomes opposite to that. He becomes more sane. While the insane becomes even more insane, the sane becomes even more saner, provided it is properly exploited. That is full moon day. And when it comes to eclipse, where the moon get eclipsed because of solid image in front, there is some amount of energy conflict. All the light that we receive is basically from sun. Moon doesn't produce any light. If you see from moon, earth also appears to be emitting light, but it is all reflected light of the sun. The reflected light of the sun onto the moon comes as moonlight. Moon is not self-illuminating. Earth is not self-illuminating. Only sun is self-illuminating. And the moon rotates around the earth in 28 days. That is a period of revolution. And the whole earth and moon rotate around the sun in 365 days. That's why we call it as calendar year. So, this eclipse and equinox. Equinox means where the duration of night and day are different. Vernal equinox and autumnal equinox. So, because of conflict of energy, because of heavy objects coming in between, the rays of light, which contains different, it is a spectrum. Light is a spectrum, as you know. All Vibgyor colors are there, put together, turn into a white light. Each color has got its own frequency and bandwidth, wavelength. Different frequencies and wavelength make it acquire different colors. There is no color as such. And every ray, the violet ray, green ray, orange ray, apart from ultraviolet, ultra green, ultra orange, everything is there. It's a huge spectrum. This huge spectrum of these waves get into a clash type of thing when heavy objects come in between with eclipse days. Because of this, some amount of rays which are finer, subtler, alone enter. Many waves get dropped. The reason why ultraviolet rays, which are more subtler, pass through the earth in higher range and amplitude compared to other types of frequencies. Because of sudden emergence of ultraviolet rays, it can cause huge radiation. The reason why people are requested, especially pregnant women, are requested to stay indoors. And it brings a lot of energy, a different type of energy to the planet, a different type of frequency change. You know, if everything is in tandem, if everything is in compliance, if everything is in congruence, everything goes well. a simple change, a small change in these frequencies also can cause a big thing. We are all fortunate that these changes are very brief. For a brief period, they all happen. Because of this brevity of all this chaos, nothing is really harmful to the planet. If it is longer, maybe so much of damage can happen. Because of this brevity, small changes do happen, but they are basically not harmful, not harmful in a magnanimous way. But on eclipse days and equinox days, energies are more powerful, and these changes can be exploited by the yogi to go more and more within. So it's a very, very big subject. We can bit by bit, we eat piecemeal, we move piecemeal, we learn and grow together. Thank you very much.